Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Aaron, and it's been a while since I've actually done a video. I got so burnt out on games, I just stopped recording. But Skull and Bones Year 2, Season 1 is here, and we've got a cool little outfit here, and it reminded me of Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean, which is why we're wearing that. However, I'm bringing you guys a hybrid build. Now, by hybrid, I mean it's not the best for damage, it's not the best for survivability. However, it is good at both. And honestly, I came into tier 2 on the Sandbook. I've done the Bark, I've tried the Brigantine, and all of them were so squishy. So I brought out my trusty Snow, and I have changed the build from, I believe, Season 1, because this was my boss killer and my plunder. But now this build is going to look after you against all them pesky ships. And also, guys, if you want to know how to farm pieces of 8, make sure you are subscribed, because as you can see, we have 42 manufactories currently. We have a bunch of upgrades, as you can see. And also, if we look on the leaderboards, I am at 163 with 144k. So if you need a good pieces of 8 farming guide, I'll be posting that very soon. So let's get into the build. Obviously, we've got the Snow, we've got the blacksmith here. I have farmed so many Ascension modules and so many upgrade parts just to be able to test a few things. As you can see, if we manage our ship here and we manage our weapons, we have a bunch of weapons that we've been testing. Ignore these blue ones. You get these for basically plundering Megafort Houston. And I believe the La Pica are from Grand Fort, but don't quote me on that. But I believe that that's where they're from. But anyway, so we're going to go with the Nashkar. It's an oldie but trusty weapon, and as you can see, it basically repairs your ship, especially when striking weak points. That is going to help with our survivability. And also, we've got them ascended 3 times, and we've got that on the front and the back of the ship. Now, the Ascension module adapting perks, whatever you want to call them, we've got hits ignore 11.4% of targets burning resistance, because in tier 2 targets have a lot of resistance to each element. I just prefer burning. If you want to go Divine Thunder and make an electric version, you can definitely do that. But as you can see, we've also got added weak point ×2, and what that is going to do basically is gonna, can we get it off, please? Okay, so 294 weak point damage, which is absolutely unreal, and it's a crazy amount of weak point. And we've also got it on the back of the ship, and we have got the double weak point there as well. We got the damage per shot at 3000, the burning at nearly 700 on that one, and on this one we have the burning nearly at 700 again. And as long as we're trying to ignore the resistances, we should get that burning elemental through, and also that is going to work in tandem with everything else, which I am going to show you. So on the sides, we've got the heliports. These are my favorite for tier 2, basically because they do repair your ship, and any kind of repairing and sustainability is absolutely incredible, especially in tier 2. So on this, I didn't actually get the rolls that I was after. I believe on this one I did. We've got the dire burning again to ignore resistances, but we have increased burning damage when this status is applied. And as you can see, we've got about 63% extra burning damage, which is absolutely crazy. Damage per shot is 1700, and the burning is 650. Again, weak point, it doesn't really matter. We're not going for weak point on the sides. And on this one, I tried to go with the same thing. However, as you can see at the top, I ran out of rolls, which I don't like the 60 rolls, but that's what we've got. And I was after 2 amplified burnings as well. However, we settled with severity because that is all we could get at the time. Again, it's not bad, but that burning does get lowered a little bit from, so we've gone down from 650 down to 509, basically 150 less, which is a decent amount. However, all this burning is going to work in tandem with this. This is the Infernal Maw. Now again, I want burning on this. So I went with Dire Burning, Amplified Burning, and I am also going to go for Amplified Burning again because the damage per shot is 2400 and the burning will go even higher from the 1100 that you see there. Number of boys, we've got 2. Again, all of it's going to work in tandem, adding that burning damage. And the damage it does to ships, you know, when all the weak points are gone, you want to be able to do some sort of damage extra, and that is where the burning is going to come into play, especially against bosses. You're going to ignore their resistances, and you're going to apply the burning status effect when all the weak points are gone. Even when the weak points are there, you're going to apply the burning anyway. But all this burning means it's so much damage, and it should take ships out with no problem. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people that say you can go solo the level 19 boss with this, or you can go solo a fort, because honestly, you can't. I haven't tried. Maybe you guys want to try, but I don't feel like there's any fun in soloing. I quite like grouping, especially if there are a group of people just farming a bunch of stuff constantly. So the armor we're going with is the Ouroboros, and the reason why is because it repairs your ship after bracing against an enemy fire, and bracing is going to be something we rely on with this build because of the sheer amount of damage that everything does. Bracing is going to be your best friend, and you'll notice that if you're using the Brig or the Sandbook, you can't brace as long, and it's definitely a weak point. We also have 20% explosive, 30% flooding, 30% burning. So there's some nice resistances. However, the broadsiders, I think that's what they're called, are going to do some sort of piercing damage, I think, and they just hit hard no matter what. Just make sure you're bracing, and we'll talk about the food and the repair kits as well. So the furniture, we've got the water tank, again, for bracing purposes. When you are using the snow, if you're not using the water tank, then you're not snowing properly, basically. The water tank is going to look after you a lot, and it's going to recover your brace real quick as well. So next, we've got the company spirits locker, and the reason why we've got 15% brace strength, as you can see, and the armor rating by 7%. It reduces crew stamina depletion at the start of bracing by 20% while slowed by flooding, torn sails, or other status effects. So again, it's kind of a no-brainer in terms of survivability. And then we've got the Devil's Concoction. This is to basically make our burning weapons, which is basically every weapon that we use, do more burning damage. And again, it's a no-brainer to have. Next, we've got the beam support. Again, this is more survivability. We've got the max hull health and the max armor rating. And then we've got the company screens, which is reduce incoming area of effect damage from enemy ships. So all them mortars and everything, them pesky mortars, you'll be able to take more damage from them. Reduces incoming burning charge. Again, them ships that are applying the burning status effect, we can reduce all that that's coming in. And it increases max hull health by 3%. Again, because the snow is the largest health pool, any percentage for the hull health is really, really handy. Next, this is kind of a flex slot. You can have Le Potence for the weak point damage, so it basically means that Nashcars do even more damage. However, you could probably put something on like secondary damage while anchored, because a lot of people are going to anchor in the snow and just basically brace. Or there is the double planked hull there for some more survivability. However, I went for the damage because I've got more than enough survivability at this point. So after that, we're going to talk about food. And the food we are using is, we're going to use the bitter bowling. Now, I kind of wish that we could craft our own food so I could get rid of that crew-to-crew damage. However, we want the brace strength and we want the stamina regen, and it is one of the easier foods to come across. We also have the rum fruitcake, again, situational, but the 5% reload speed is really handy. And the trim crew stamina consumption when trimming sails. Again, it's pretty handy when you need to get out of somewhere, get out of a fight. As you can see, we are running whatever ammo that we kind of pick up. And the favorite right now, my favorite specifically, are the enhanced repair kit 2s. We're going with 50% because 50% is going to repair the current hull that we've got by about 40,000. I think we're close to about 80,000 on the hull. So this is going to repair 40,000. Now, again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're bracing, 40,000 can last you a long time. However, this is the snow with extra survivability. It'll look after you, and you shouldn't have any worries in the tier 2 content running this build. Let me know what you guys think about this build. Are you going to use it? Have you used it? Is it the same build that you currently have? Let me know down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.